Hey guys, welcome back to SOS, Shorty Outdoor Suggestions and Gear Review.
What are you guys doing?
We're just out here in the garage today.
We just thought we'd get out here and spend a little time together. We're shooting a quick video and sharing a few ideas on some fire starters today, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little cold outside, so we thought we'd come in the garage. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's cold, but you guys have fun.
All right, thanks. Nice job. We're good. Awesome. Keep going. Wow, Code, that was close.
That was a close one.
I'm glad Mom was okay with us being out here in the garage doing our videos because, like I said, it's a little cold out. How cold is it outside?
27 degrees outside today.
27 degrees. Hey, I was thinking, you mentioned something about that if Mom ever came and caught us at our blind so that she'd feel a little more welcomed, you had a little idea prepared. What's your idea?
You'll see.
What is it? Share it with
I
me.
got these two letters over here, and you'll see why they're pretty important in a second.
Oh, where do these go?
These go right there on that sign.
Oh, is that what those little stickies are for?
Yep.
So now we got our wool man blind?
Yeah.
Nice. Great job. So hopefully Mom will feel a little more invited, feel a little more comfortable when she comes to hang out with us, right?
Yeah.
Nice job. Nice call. Last time we were together in one of our previous videos, we talked about the quick fire sachets that we keep in our possibles bag. Mm-hmm. And so I thought maybe tonight, I know you wanted to share the idea about the char cloth and how to make it. You're going to show us how to do that tonight, but maybe while we're doing that, we're going to actually burn a couple of these sachets or these fire starters from Quick Fire, and we'll test it out, just see about how many minutes. They recommend that it probably takes about 8 minutes to burn through those, so we're going to test those out. But while we test those out, I thought maybe we could share with them and demonstrate a little bit about what a piece of char cloth is and how it can work. You ready for that?
Yeah.
All right, well, here you go.
So this is char cloth we'll be making today in the video. Char cloth is really nice. I actually stole some of these cotton rounds from my sister today.
So these cotton rounds is what that's made out of?
Yep.
Where'd you get these, did you say?
I stole them from my sister.
Jeez, we better get them burnt and so there's no evidence left behind real quick, huh?
Yeah, so this is really nice. This is just 100% cotton. We got the cotton rounds here, but then we also have some cotton balls right over here.
Oh yeah, we got some cotton balls we're going to try it out with too, because cotton balls can be a really nice way or a type of char cloth, if you will, to use as well. Keep on you for your fire starter.
Yeah.
And then, in fact, I picked this up to help us out. It's called jute twine is what we're going to be using. It's going to help us with our fire starter. Keep a little piece of this twine around with your fire starter box. Works out really good.
Yeah. So we did.
You want to demonstrate it?
Yeah. So what we did with this is we got just regular jute twine. Comes in packs like that.
Little roll here.
And then we just cut it. I think this is about 2 feet.
Yeah,
Give or
maybe
take.
close to that. About a foot and a half foot.
And then we just took that and then pulled the fibers and strands apart so that it made this real nice,
Like a little nest, right?
Yeah, like a fluffy little nest.
So what are you going to do with that char cloth that we've already previously made?
Yeah, so we're gonna try to start a fire.
All right, let's go. Want to use some flint and steel for that?
Yeah.
There you go.
So this is just our little flint and steel that we keep in our bag. Matches, lighters, anything else works.
Yeah, a few other ideas that will work with it.
Yeah. So
So what's the objective here? You're going to throw a what on there?
So I'm gonna throw a couple sparks from this right onto this cotton round, the char cloth.
Okay.
And it should light, and then hopefully start a fire.
Nice, let's go. Wow, one strike. Now, one thing I would always recommend when you're building a fire is, I've taught Cody to do this, but when you're looking for oxygen, turn your head to the side and breathe in, and then come back and exhale so that you actually don't breathe in any of that fume from the fire that you're actually starting in the burn. Keep blowing. There we go.
Sweet. And then just throw all your tinder on top of that. Build a nice fire off of that. It'll burn for quite a while too.
There you go. Nice job. So you're going to show us how to actually make that char cloth, and like he said, we'd recommend just keeping a little string of some jute twine that you can break apart to actually make that nesting that we made there for the fire starter. So
yeah, sweet.
Nice. Hey, why don't you take us through some of the things we're going to be using while that finishes burning out?
Yeah, so these are little stoves that we're going to put them on. Check in, and another time we'll show you how we make these good old stoves that are really nice that we'll keep with us.
So these are little backpacking stoves we made.
Oh, yeah.
Like you said, we'll go through how this is actually made, and we'll demonstrate it for you. But we're actually going to use it today to make our char cloth with.
Yeah.
So that'll be our stove right there.
Yeah, and then we're just going to be using, this is a normal Altoids can. Picked up local hardware, or just local store that you got. Pick this up, really nice and easy. Yeah.
Just right there in the candy aisle, right?
Oh yeah. And then this is just a pick that we've got with us, little spike. You can use a screwdriver, a knife, or anything that'll pop a hole as long as you can get it decent size, I guess. So we just put this in here, hit it with a hammer, put a hole in it, and it works.
Works great.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be using that, and then make sure sis isn't watching, but here's 3 cotton rounds from his sister. If she runs out in the morning for school and doesn't have makeup, you're in trouble, but I don't even know where these came from, all right?
Yeah.
So why don't you put those in, and then we'll put a couple cotton balls in there.
Yep.
So we can put those in on this side.
And then throw those on.
Yeah, let's just, and I'd recommend, just as you do, some of the cotton balls can be a little tall or high, so I would just smash them down just a little bit into the can so it kind of makes like a nice flat connection with the lid when you close it. And we're just going to go ahead and close that there, and we'll set that there. And let's see what else we're going to be using here.
Heat.
Oh, Heet.
Heat.
So this is Heet. You know, I actually use this in my car. But what is it made of?
So this is Heet. This is gas line anti-freeze and water remover. The #1 brand for fast cold weather starts and year-round water removal. So that's really
So
good.
it's 100% what?
Pretty sure it's 100%.
Isopropylene,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
So it's actually a great fire or burn or fuel for our mini stove that we use. And when we go out backpacking to the outdoors, kind of what we do is we actually measure. I have a little bottle here, and there's a couple lines on there. You only need about an ounce, and this bottle holds 3 ounces in it. You only need about an ounce that you put in the actual stove, and that stove will, or that 1 ounce will burn about 2 cups of water real quick, bring it to a boil for you. We've actually used it on camp out. So it's nice if you're only going to be on a quick overnighter, just bring a little smaller container instead of the big bottle of Heet, and you got your fuel. So this is all you need for heading to the outdoors, and we'll get you your char cloth for your fire and get going.
Yeah.
So why don't you go ahead and put an ounce in there.
Yep. So yeah, this is just the heat from that bottle that we pour in here. Just a little bottle to keep it in here.
And we recommend putting it in there, letting it sit for just a minute. The idea, and we'll show you when this is made, but there's actually a few holes in the bottom of this can in the middle, and in between the 2 cans there's a piece of carbon fiber felt that's in between there. So it's going to kind of soak a little bit of this heat up right now, and then we're going to go ahead and get it lit and start making our char cloth. And while I do that and light that code, why don't you go ahead and get the sachets going, and then let's go ahead and make sure we get our timer turned on here so we're ready to go and time it.
Yeah, sweet.
So I'm going to let that soak in there for just a second, and then I'm going to use your fire starter if that's all right.
Yeah, flint and steel.
Flint and steel, and let that just kind of soak in there. And the nice thing about the stove is, and we're going to talk about this, is the flame is actually going to come out around in between these 2 cans and create the flame. So it's going to kind of wrap around this Altoid can a little bit and create enough heat for us that we need to actually take care of the job here today. And I'm just going to use my flint and steel and see what we can do. What do you think? 1 shot? Whoop. 2.
Oh,
3. There we go.
So,
So
yeah.
we're lit there.
Yep, I'm just gonna light these, and as soon as they light, we're gonna throw our Altoids can on here, start the timer, see what time we're rolling at.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, that's lit. Watch your arm with the heat there. Looks like we got the good flame coming here. It's all encircled. Doing well there. So let's go ahead and put the Altoids can on there.
Yep.
And tell them what's going to happen as that starts heating up on that can.
So
what's
yeah,
going to happen?
Yeah, so as it starts heating up, the flame will actually come out of that hole that you punctured into the top of the Altoids can. That hole is so that as it's burning, all the oxygen can run out of that hole so that the char cloth won't light on fire inside of the can. At first it'll start to slowly smoke like it is, and yeah.
It's building some heat in there.
Oh yeah.
So the idea is you'll probably even see a little flame come out of here in a minute once it gets heating up and going. And so, but yeah, it's allowing that to deoxidize, right? Or
Yep, deoxidize. Yeah.
Deoxidize, and so yeah, that's great. That's putting off a huge flame over
Oh
there.
yeah, those 2 packets.
Those 2 packets are just going to town.
So, what's really important to know is that there's a thing called a fire triangle. In the fire triangle, you need 3 things to have a fire burn. You will need heat, like a heat source, you'll need fuel, and you need oxygen. And as we're burning this, since there's a tiny hole at the top of it, all the oxygen will go out, so it won't actually
Oh,
start on fire.
there's the
Yep.
flame coming
Yep.
out of the
Little
middle.
flame coming
That's a
out of the
good
top.
sign right there, bud.
Yep.
It's a really good sign.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna let this burn for just a minute, and we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll tune right back in here in a couple minutes, and we'll keep going and see how it progresses for us.
Yeah. Yeah, we just hit 2 minutes over here. The fire starters are still burning strong. We still got a flame coming in the Altoids. And yeah.
Nice, it's working.
Oh yeah, it's working.
It's looking good. All right, we'll tune right back in here in a couple minutes, and we'll test it, check it out, and see how it's progressing.
Yep. So we just passed 4 minutes right here. Still got a good flame coming out of these.
That's a
quick
strong
fire.
flame going still on those.
Yeah, good flame.
Those sachets.
Yeah, definitely more than enough time to start a fire. Our flame on our Altoids can's getting more on the lower side, so that means it's getting closer to the sun.
Getting close. The idea is when it's going to be done is when that little flame goes out that's coming out of that hole, and then we'll probably want to give it just a little more time even after that flame is gone, and then we should be close to being done. So we'll check back in here probably within about 30 seconds.
Hey guys, flame just barely went out on the Altoids can.
Actually, it's back a little bit.
Oh, still there.
It snuck up on us.
Almost went out. So yeah, we just passed 5 minutes here. Looks like the flame's reduced to about half the size on the quick fire sachets.
Yeah, it's going down just a little bit, isn't it? Just going to kind of move that over a little bit. Keep it together so they're together.
So yeah, flame
Is
just
that
went
flame, is it still in there or is it out?
out. Oh, it's still
It's
there.
been sneaking up on us a little bit every once in a while.
Almost out.
Now this can is just about encapsulated with that flame from our stove, so you can see just how strong this little stove is, this little backpack stove is. And be sure and tune in on one of our next videos, and we'll show you how to make that. But these are great, lightweight, putting off a great flame. So
Yeah, so it looks like our flame went on at 3 minutes and 25 seconds, just right around there.
3 minutes, 5 minutes.
5 minutes and 25 seconds. But
Should we let it sit for just a minute longer
Yeah.
here or so?
yeah, I think we'll wait until about 6 minutes.
These are for us, just so we don't get burnt when we take the can off. The flame there. It's going to be hot. We're going to want the can to cool down before we open it. So you give me the green light.
I think we should take it off. I think
You
it'll
want
be
to give
good
it
now.
a check it out?
Yeah.
All right, let's give it a go.
Okay, so our quick fire sachet is reduced to pretty much inch flame.
Yeah,
around
it's
the
pretty
whole thing.
small.
Yeah.
But still going strong at what?
7 minutes and 52 seconds.
And what's also impressing me is only on an ounce of this heat, our backpack stove's still flaming right now.
Oh yeah, it's got a good
It's got
flame
a great
on it
flame
still.
on that thing still. We're just not ready to touch our Altoids can quite yet. Look at that. Where are we at on time?
8 minutes, 10 seconds.
So hey, great product. It's
yeah.
said about 8 minutes on 2 of them. It's getting ready to kind of start to fizzle out here on us on that flame on those fire starters. So good item to have in our possibles bag. They stand up to what they say. So big shout out for quick fire starters. So, and our stove's still going. What do you think? How's that Altoid? It's actually not too bad.
Yeah, I let it cool down for a little bit. Cause if you kind of
Give it a few more
Yeah,
seconds.
because if you open it too soon and there's still a good amount of heat inside of that, you can have what's called a flashback, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
where the oxygen rushes right back into it.
Could start up a flame on you right there.
Yeah,
Burn
then-
yourself.
Yeah, and then all your char cloth will start to burn, and you can't stop it from there.
Yeah, I think we're about almost 9. Oh, we're down just a little piece. I think it just went out, that
Oh, no,
fire
it's
starter.
still there.
Is it still? Oh, there it is. It peeked back up on us. Little flame, and we're at 9 minutes on this guy. Nice job. Why don't you check that Altoids
Okay, so
can's probably cooled off by
yeah,
now.
can cooled off, fire went out.
Let's check it out. Let's
yeah,
see what we got.
Okay.
Our stove's still going. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's dying down a little bit, but what do you got in there?
Boom, char cloth. Look at that. Oh,
Nice. Do you mind if I grab one out?
oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh,
There's
all 3 of them
them.
came out. So here's one. Actually black on both sides. Char cloth or char round. Right? Here you go. Here's the second and here's the third. It's interesting because they shrink up a little bit, don't they?
Yeah, and here's our 2 cotton balls that we threw in there. Shrunk up quite a bit. And looks like our flame just went out in the stove. Burned for quite a while there.
Nice.
Yeah.
So there we go. All right, Code. Well, nice job today.
Thanks.
Yeah, so be sure and check it out with parent oversight. We'd recommend that, obviously, anytime with any of our do-it-yourself activities. We'd recommend that you get with your parent and do it properly and make sure you're safe with everything that you do. And man, this has been fun hanging out with you in the garage.
Yeah, it's fun today.
Because it's cold. Like I think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
probably 26 by now, I'm sure, out there.
Yeah.
So, hey, well, nice job with the wool man. That was pretty creative.
Yeah.
Got us covered.
Okay, so yeah, once again, we're Shorty Outdoor Suggestions and Gear Reviews. SOS, make sure that you should SOS us in the comments. Let us know of anything you want to see or any comments towards it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And see you next time at the Man Blind.